Hey guys, what's going on? Al with Al's Lawn Care here. I'm on my way to give an estimate for a mowing job, but let me tell you, this week has been crazy. I'm not because like we got swamped or anything. I mean, we're super busy just because I'm working a full-time job yet too. However, it has rained 3 out of 5 days this week, and I don't know if you can see through the window behind me at all or not. It is foggy this morning and rainy, drizzly, just not giving the grass any time to dry off. And I have 4 yards that need mowed, but it is just too wet. The ground is soaked. I was mowing for my other job a little bit yesterday, as much as we could, and muddy tracks. It was just the yards didn't look good after we were done. So I'm going to try and avoid doing that to my yards as much as possible. Hopefully I can catch up Monday. Today is Saturday. But yeah, it's just been insane. However, we did get some work in. I bid on this job. It had like about 50 shrubs on the property, shrubs and bushes of various kinds, and they were encroaching on some walkways and that sort of thing, and the property manager wanted me to trim them back and just kind of shape things up a little bit, get things back under control. And at the time, I did not have a hedge trimmer at all, so I bid the job extra high to accommodate buying a hedge trimmer. And so I really didn't expect to get that job. However, we did get it. And it's pretty good money for the job. And we were able to do the trimming part of the job over the last 2 days. We were there on Thursday. I got rained out at my other job, and I spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours there, just going over the bushes for the first time, trimming them back a little bit, and then we just got rained out and couldn't really do anything about it. And then I went back yesterday and clean this stuff up, all in the rain, by the way. It was miserable weather, but I was having a good time. I don't have a lot of experience with bush trimming and that sort of thing, so I was learning as I went, and I was having a really good time. And I emailed the property manager, and she said the trimming and stuff is looking good. So we've got that job mostly done. The rest of the job is, there's mulch beds, and she just wants the mulch turned over and freshened up a little bit. But because of how wet it is, it wouldn't work very well. So we're gonna hopefully get a dry spell this coming week, and maybe we can finish that up then. The job needs to be done by Memorial Day weekend for sure. So hopefully we get some sunny days this coming week. The forecast for Monday is showing a 90% chance of rain, so that doesn't look too hopeful, but then the rest of the week it looks a little bit better. But anyways, guys, things are going good. We've got this estimate to give this morning. I picked up another yard this past week. That puts us up to 12 yards. However, 3 of them are in an area that's just moss, and those yards are just per request for the mowing. So not really anything profitable there. They are pretty close to one another, so I think I should be able to just knock them all out on the same day. I'm not really expecting very many calls for those. honestly probably less than half a dozen times the whole year would be my guess. But we'll just see how that goes. And the other yards, there's only 4 or 5 weeklies, and then the rest are every other week. So not real steady on that end, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting to our goal. I've also got another leaf cleanup job that I need to be doing, and that one is also one of the mowing jobs that's just per request. But the leaf cleanup money is pretty good. It's probably 10 hours of work for one guy, and all those leaves need to be hauled out of there. And I don't have a real good setup for hauling away as many leaves as there are at that job. So I'm looking into some options. I'm checking into a leaf vac mulcher, that sort of thing, and we're looking into that. We're also thinking about possibly going with a zero turn with a bagging system. We're looking into that. Probably today we're going to go check some prices and stuff and see what we think there. If we go with the mower with the bagging system on it, then I have a backup for my mower, and it would probably speed up my mow time, to be honest, because the mower I have, it's a 48-inch deck, and it is slow. it mows quite slow. And one of the yards I do, well, 2 of them are pretty large, and those are weeklies. And the one takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get the whole job done, and the other one takes probably an hour to do, maybe an hour and a quarter. And most of it is mowing. There's a little bit of trimming, but not much at all. And so if I went with a slightly bigger, slightly faster mower, I wouldn't be surprised at all if I could cut 15 minutes off of each of those jobs fairly easily. Obviously that depends on what kind of a mower we get, but that's an option I'm thinking about. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. It's a lot of money to spend this early in the year for the business, but we're just gonna see what happens once. Okay guys, today I'm heading out to mow some yards. I was out last night after putting in a full day for my other job, and I was out till, I think I got home at 9:30. The other reason I was home then is because it got dark on me. I finished a job in the dark, and that's tough. Hard to see if you left a good job or not, but I think I did. I think it's all right. It's raining on and off today. Let me tell you, it has been raining for pretty much a whole week straight, and with Memorial Day weekend coming up, that has put the pressure on at my other job. So any time that we can put in at the other job, that we need it over there. And so that doesn't leave a whole lot of time for my own stuff. Not that there's a whole lot of time for my own stuff anyways, but we're gonna go try this. It is super wet. It's been raining most of the day, but these yards that I'm heading to, the one is the first time I'm gonna be mowing it, and it hasn't been mowed this year, but not a big deal on that one. It's not a real thick yard, not a real tall one either, just kind of one of those that doesn't grow like crazy. It definitely needs mowed, but it shouldn't be anything too terrible. And the other one is like 3 days late, 4 days late. I'm not sure on that. Just haven't been able to get to it. But we're gonna go see what happens once. Hopefully we don't trash them, but we'll just see how it goes. And once again, I've forgotten the camera for the mower, so I guess that makes me pretty much the worst vlogger ever for mowing. I've only put up one mowing video. I'm sorry. One of these days I'm going to remember to bring it along, and we'll get some more mowing footage up, and hopefully we'll get some trimming footage as well. I think I have a mount that will mount on the trimmer. So yeah, you guys have that to look forward to. It's pretty frustrating. Right now, I have over $1,000 worth of work that I could be doing for myself, but I just don't have the time to go do it. Hopefully we'll get a couple good evenings in here before long, and be able to knock some of that stuff out. But it's a little bit frustrating. But on the middle of June, I will be cutting back, most likely, to 3 days a week for my other job. That's still not 100% for sure, but that's the plan for now. I'll have to talk with my boss again for sure then, but he said to kind of plan that way. But we'll talk again then when the date gets closer. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. That'll make things so much easier. I tell you what, this working from daylight to dark stuff it's fine every once in a while. I don't enjoy doing it every single day, aside from Sundays. I don't work on Sundays, but it's a lot if you do it every single day. Actually, this rain has given us a bit of a break from the work, but then that just makes it all the harder to get caught up. So it gives you a break for a little bit, and then it gives you extra work for the next while, because everything takes longer when the grass is tall. Everything takes longer when the grass is wet. It's just the way it is. But we'll do what we can. I mean, that's all we can do. And hey, I tell you what, it is so much more rewarding mowing grass for my own customers rather than for my other job. It's just much more satisfying, and I don't know why that is, but that's the way I find it to be. So I enjoy it a whole lot more. I also enjoy it makes doing the nasty jobs more fun if they're for yourself, and it's I guess maybe it's partly to do with money, because if you go do a nasty job for an hourly rate, say you're making $10 an hour or whatever, $20 an hour, whatever you're making, if you go out and do that nasty job, you're still just making $10 an hour, and the whole time you're thinking, man, I could be doing easier jobs than this and still be making the same amount. Whereas if you do a nasty job for your own customers, going in, like, hey, this is going to be nasty, I'm going to price it higher so I get paid better for this. And it's more rewarding on that side of things. And then when you know, it's just nice to make the customer happy when you do the job right. At my other job, we occasionally find out what the customer thinks about the yard. Usually good for the most part, but when it's your own customer, there's a lot more direct communication between you, and you get feedback, and I think it makes you better at your job as well. But yeah. Hey guys, here's a yard that I just picked up. Pretty small yard, not anything crazy. This is one that hadn't been mowed yet for the year. As you can see, the grass is not real tall, not real thick, even though it hadn't been mowed yet for the year. So yeah, here's just a walk around before I get the mowing done. Here's around the side. You can see just a smaller yard, nothing crazy, but it's a nice sized yard for one guy to do. Okay, so this is the property. I'm curious what you guys would charge for a property like this. It is a every other week mowing, a bi-weekly mowing, I guess is what you would say. Yeah, just let me know in the comments down below what you would charge for this. Here's the property after I've finished mowing. It's pretty wet, so it doesn't look the best, but not the worst either. Had a few tracks, nothing terrible, but we did what we could. Here's the spot where I slid a little bit, tried to patch it up, make the grass grow back as best I could. It should be fine, it'll grow back, and it's a patchy yard anyways, probably doesn't make much of a difference. So yeah, let me know what you guys would charge for this. Okay guys, we got 2 of them mowed up. That was my goal for this evening, and it is only 20 minutes till 7, so we are on track, doing good. The humidity is 92%, I think, and when the humidity goes up, I sweat just from walking outside. It's makes for a pleasant experience. But yeah, we got 2 of them done this evening, and that makes me almost caught up on mowing. I'm pretty much caught up. I have my sister's yard that needs mowed, but till I ran out there and started mowing on it, I wouldn't be able to get it done before dark. It's a little bit of a drive from where I'm at currently. She's been joking that I send rabbits out to her yard as part of my mowing crew, since I can't seem to make it on time. And supposedly they eat the grass instead of me mowing it, but she says I better fire them. They're not doing a good enough job, so guess I'll have to hire some new employees.